hope everyone's having a wonderful day, wonderful week. I apologize about not getting a video out earlier in the week. It has been a week so far. Got old Red back on the road again. Air valve that blowed out. Got it fixed. He's good to go. Been trucking logs this morning. In the last video, I showed you Kate and Alice over here working this bottom. And we brought these logs up here and stacked them right here. We stacked them up against this tree with a skid loader. Okay, and today we've got to get these logs out of the woods and up to the main deck so we can get them on a big truck and get them headed to the sawmill, because that's how we're going to get paid. Without getting them to the mill, we don't make any money. However, our skid steer is still in the shop. Cat's still working on it. We're still using Mr. Terry's skid steer, his 75 Kubota. And again, Mr. Terry, we appreciate that if you're watching, buddy. But we've got several different logs in several different locations. This is just one stack here. We've got them scattered out because we've been working this head of woods right down here where you saw Kate and Alice and I working. Me and May and June's been working it also. I've been swapping the mules out every other day. So one pair works today, another pair works tomorrow. That way nobody's getting overworked and they have plenty of pasture time for those of you that worry about the mules. But anyway, with that being said, we've got logs scattered everywhere because old Red hasn't been serviceable. We've had to let him set a while until we get him fixed. So we've just been stacking logs at different places and kept working, you know, and then whenever we got him fixed, I'm spending the day just trucking logs out. That seems to be the most productive way of doing it. But anyway, I'm gonna set y'all up over here, let y'all watch us load out, and I'm gonna set up some cameras on Red and let y'all ride in and out with me. We got to climb up and down these hills, and as you can see, it's pretty steep down through there. There's a road that comes up here to where we're at. That's the road right there, and then over across the way, right along in there, I don't know if y'all can see it or not, but there's another road that goes up to the back pasture. We've got some logs out there, and we've also got some logs up here in this pasture right over our shoulder this way. So we got a good bit to do today. I just wanted to bring y'all along and let y'all see what's going on and how we, you know, make what I do the most productive way of doing it. You know, the mules can't drag these logs up and down these hills like this and do it productively. You want to keep your skids short with the animals, horses or mules, it don't matter. Keep them short and get them on a log truck as quick as you can, or some kind of piece of mechanical equipment that can climb up and down these hills real easy. The skid steer has been a big help, using it to get them up this steep bank right here. And then old Red's hauling 1,000 to 1,100 feet at a time out to the deck. This will be load number 4, so there'll be about 4,000 feet in this stack or so. And then we probably got that much more in 2 more spots. So we're probably going to wind up having 12,000 feet or so, just guessing right now. But anyway, let me get this thing set up and we'll get busy. faster to turn around and come back. We can't turn around back there where we was at. And I wanted to position the truck in the road in such a way to where whenever I pulled out, it wouldn't be such a load on the truck, on the clutch. Try to be easy with my equipment as often as I can. We got all these logs out here in this field too we got to get next. But I wanted to show you all that down here in the woods before we got too carried away. I wanted to show you all that so you can kind of see, you know, how it all goes together. I've got the tire chains on the back of Red, give him a lot of extra traction coming up and down these hills. One good thing about this farm is there's a lot of rock on it. It's kind of a rocky area, and it has definitely helped us in regards to wet weather. It's a pretty nice day today though. Nice day, fairly cool, just good working weather. It ain't cold at all, it ain't hot, so it's pretty nice. It's like 62, 63. Right down in there is that holler we've been cutting out, and on this side too, on the hill. And this is a pretty steep hill going down it. I don't think y'all can probably see, but it's pretty steep. When you use Red low gear, kind of let the engine hold back as we go down. And like right here where these little streams and stuff flow down through here, it's got rock under it also. Boy, that water's cold too. This is a pretty place up here. It's a really nice farm. It's a cattleman's paradise. Now we got to go up this hill to get to the deck. Try to get up a little bit of speed and then let Red pull down. That old big block will pull down to a certain RPM and then it'll just lug. It'll pull like a diesel almost. It'll just keep pulling and keep pulling and keep pulling. But I try to start out with a little bit of extra speed just to kind of help get on up the hill a little. It gets kind of slick on top when it rains here. That's the main reason for having the tire chain. But also getting up and down them hills and hollers, them tire chains make a big difference there too. I'd say one thing, Mr. Terry's got some of the most gentlest cows I believe I have ever been around. They don't hardly nothing bother them. Let's see now, we need to get up here and position the truck in a way to where we can dump. I'm trying to keep the logs out of the way of our regular log piles so we can sort them. load coming up off the top of the hill. Then we're gonna move over there to what I call a fence row. Where we've been cutting that over there. We've got a good bit of logs stacked over there. So far, we've moved about 7 loads. And if my math is right, it's gonna be somewhere around 7,000 to 8,000 feet. Because we're hauling 1,000 to 1,200 every time. So probably around 7,500, I can guess. Be a rough estimate is what we've hauled so far. And that's board feet, by the way, on the door scale. Now we're gonna have to go a different way going over there to that other side. Excuse me. So y'all get to see a little bit different scenery going that way. But I'm gonna let y'all ride out with me on this one. We're gonna go over here and dump this load off. And then we'll go over and get a load on that side. Easy, baby. Terry Road will be good and packed down, that's for sure. Yeah, there's another road that goes up right there, and we'll go up that road to go to the other side. In first gear, but I'm in first gear high. See how you load down until you get to a certain spot, and you'll just keep right on pulling. These old 427 tall decks and 366s are real good lugging motors. All right, little baby, you got to get out of the way. Make sure he's out of the way. You don't want to run over. There he goes. I told you, he's got some of the gentlest cows I think I've ever been around. They ain't scared of nothing. And they're just born that way. His calves is even real gentle. Everything he's got, I like it. I about got this doggone deck up here to where we can't get through. But I'm gonna run out of room dumping logs, so I wanted to make sure we had plenty of, you know, taking up every bit of room we can get, put it that way. This is ancient technology made in the 60s, and it still works today if you know what you're doing and know how to be safe using it. I use a wagon all the time, and we have to dump the wagon the same way, just roll them off. It's not unsafe if you know what you're doing. Well, I say it ain't unsafe. It's still It's dangerous, but it's a good way of doing it. Move the truck over. as you can see, I make it work. It ain't the best scenario, I guess. You know, there's other machines out there that would make it really nice. You know, having like a engine powered forwarder machine, that'd be cool. Climbing up and down these hollers and whatnot, forwarding out the wood that the mules will skid. But you know, this ain't a bad way of doing it either. And old Red's paid for. You know, he's paid for himself many times over. And well, me and him's kind of kind of like that, you know what I mean? He's kind of like an old friend to me. He's been good to me, really has. You know, most time when something tears up on him, it's something simple. It's easy to fix, get him back on the road. So, yeah, he's gonna hang around a while. But anyway, look, thank y'all for hanging out. I appreciate you. As always, I'm gonna put my email up here on the screen. If you need me, holler at me. Be glad to talk to you. And I'm gonna be praying for you, each and every one of you. If you're hearing my voice right now, I'm gonna be praying for you because you're important to me. And you know, if you like what we're doing today, you know, if you've enjoyed this video, hit that like button. That'll help me out a lot. It'll push our videos further on down the road. And if you like what I'm about here on this channel, you know, big truck, logging, fixing stuff, maintenance, gardening, mules, horses, all that, you know, just country living. If you like that kind of thing, hit that subscribe button for us. That'll help us out a whole bunch too. Anyway, y'all take care of yourself, and we'll see you next time.